If you see the number 67, look away. Never walk home from school all by yourself, because if you do, you'll start to notice things. It will seem like a coincidence at first, seeing the number 67. You won't even feel scared until you get that cold feeling that you're being followed. Kid that says 67, don't notice that they are being followed. But then reality sets in. The 67 kid is already there, waiting in the dark. You can't see your parents anymore. If you don't want the 67 kid to follow you next, like and subscribe and leave a running man emoji in the comments. Never refuse to give the ball to Philly's Karen. Some call her the snatching Karen. She wasn't always like this. Years ago, she was just another baseball mom in the stands. But one day, a foul ball flew straight at her. She caught it, only for a stranger to rip it from her hands. Something inside her snapped. Her love for the game twisted into obsession, and she changed. Now, she hunches over, clutching the ball. Her voice cracks, whispering, my ball, my ball. Eyes bulging, wild, locked on the game she can't let go. If you'd never keep the ball from her, like and subscribe and leave baseball emoji in the comments. If you're playing Roblox late at night, never send the 6-7 kid meme. One boy was up past midnight, grinding in Roblox, when he sent the meme to his friend. But what he didn't know is that SCP-67 can detect every kid who shares it. When he logged back into Roblox, his avatar wasn't in the same game anymore. Instead, it was standing inside the mouth of the 6-7 kid. Panicking, he turned off his tablet and tried to sleep, but as he lay in bed, he heard it. A voice whispering in his ear, soft, endless, chilling. The voice of the 6-7 kid. If you don't want to hear it too, like and subscribe and leave shocked emoji in the comments. Never look at the hospital training dolls when visiting hospital at night. This guy went to bring food to his grandma. At first, he noticed rows of medical dolls lined up for trainee nurses. They looked so still, so lifeless. But then, one of them blinked. Its head slowly turned, and its eyes locked right on him. His heart raced. He froze in place, then bolted. The food slipped from his hands, and he never made it to his grandma's room. If you don't want to come face to face with this hospital doll, like and subscribe, and leave a hospital emoji in the comments. Never mess with this hamster, because this is not ordinary one. This kid was in a pet store, making fun of the animals and even doing nasty things to them. The worst part? He stuck bubblegum on the back of a hamster. That night, the kid went to sleep like nothing happened. But when he woke up, all his hair was gone, completely bald. When people checked the CCTV footage in the backyard, they couldn't believe their eyes. The hamster was there, flexing. If you don't want this hamster coming after you, like and subscribe, and leave a hamster emoji in the comments. Never eat this soft serve ice cream with mouth. At first, it looks normal, swirled, creamy, sweet, the kind of ice cream you'd grab on a hot summer day. But lean closer and you'll notice something moving. The swirl begins to twist on its own, and then you see it, hidden in the folds, a mouth. But the moment you take that first bite, everything changes. Your hand begins to tingle, then twist, until a mouth starts to open right in your palm, with teeth, with a tongue, and it whispers your name. If you don't want this curse to follow you, like and subscribe and leave ice cream emoji in the comments. Never say 6-7. Never eat this sauce in the comments. Never say 6-7 like the 6-7 kid meme. That's why he always repeats it. He's the real SCP-67. One day, a kid tried saying 6-7 as a joke. That night, she dreamed of the 6-7 kid's face, but scarier, twisted, and grinning. In her dream, he only whispered one thing, 6-7, over and over again. She woke up thinking it was just a nightmare. But that evening, walking home, she felt something behind her. If you don't want him following you home, like and subscribe and leave smiling face emoji in the comments. Never put on these cursed earphones. At first, they look normal, just a little tangled in your pocket. But once you put them on, you'll realize the truth. Every time the wires twist and knot, your body does the same. Your arms bend, your legs fold, even your spine twists until you can't move anymore. You'll try to untangle the wires, but the more you struggle, the worse it gets. By the end, you're nothing but a tangled mess, just like the earphones. And if you don't want this curse following you, like and subscribe, and leave headphone emoji in the comments. Never let this robot see you on a motorcycle. At first, the robots seem harmless, just dancing in places. But the moment they spot someone riding by, they instantly come to life, running at full speed, chasing down the motorcycle. One man thought it was safe, until the robot locked eyes on him. It chased him through the streets and with a single strike, punched his motorcycle. And these chases don't just happen once. They happen all around the city. No matter where you go, the robots are always hunting. If you don't want them to see you next time, like and subscribe, and leave robot emoji in the comments. Never ride Thomas the train at night. During the day, he looks harmless, just a kid's ride sitting on the tracks. But when midnight comes, everything changes. The lights turn on by themselves, the smile twists, and the train starts moving, even with no driver. If you're nearby, the doors will slide open, almost inviting you inside. But once you step in, the windows go black and the world outside disappears. The tracks stretch into nowhere, and the train doesn't stop. By the time you realize what's happening, it's too late. The ride never ends, and neither will you. If you don't want Thomas showing up tonight, like and subscribe and leave train emoji in the comments. Never destroy this Minion toy, because once you do, something terrifying can happen. This kid crushed his Minion with a hydraulic press, but that's when things went wrong. The broken toy started moving on its own. That night, it returned before setting the house on fire. The family escaped and moved to a new home. But when the kid opened his bedroom door, the Minion was already waiting with a twisted, scary face. If you don't want this toy showing up tonight, like and subscribe and leave a banana emoji in the comments. Never pick up this moving sponge.
Bro, what is that? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want this scary SpongeBob to visit you tonight, like and subscribe and leave a sponge emoji in the comments. This guy was working late at the office when he noticed a sponge crawling across the floor, moving on its own with little arms. At first, he laughed, thinking it looked just like SpongeBob, but there's no way that could be real, right? So he called in some scientists to investigate. But when they placed it under the microscope, every single one of them froze. Inside the sponge was a face, SpongeBob's face. The scientists couldn't believe it. Never play Dark Deception on Roblox. At first, it feels like just another Roblox game, running through endless halls, collecting shards, and trying to escape. But if you play too long, you'll notice something strange. The monsters don't just chase your avatar, they whisper your real name. You'll panic and try to leave, but the exit game button is gone. The lights flicker, your screen glitches, and suddenly you hear heavy footsteps right behind you. Then the screen goes black. When it turns back on, the camera isn't showing your character anymore. It's showing your room. If you don't want this monkey to find you tonight, like and subscribe and leave shocked emoji in the comments. Never use this falling filter.
Bro, why? It's just a filter, tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want this creepy cell phone in your house tonight, like and subscribe and leave a mobile phone emoji in the comments. This guy tried the falling filter. At first, it looked fun. On the screen, you just stand still while the background loops, making it look like you're endlessly falling. He laughed, thinking it was harmless. Then he called his mom over and pulled her into the frame. She stared at the phone, confused at first, but then her eyes widened, her body swayed, her legs gave out, and she fell, as if the filter dragged her straight down. Never watch the scary version of Monsters Incorporated. It will give you nightmares. This kid found an old CD in a dusty attic box. The cover looked normal, so she kept it. After school, she had dinner, went to her room, and played the movie before bed. But soon, she realized this wasn't the same Monsters Incorporated. It was a terrifying, unreleased version. Sully's eyes glowed yellow, his teeth were sharp, and he chased someone. She finished the movie, but that night, Sully followed her into her dreams. More real and even scarier. If you don't want him showing up in your sleep tonight, like and subscribe and leave a CD emoji in the comments. Never buy this bread with a face.
Bro, why? What happens if I eat it? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want this bread monster to bite you, like and subscribe and leave a bread emoji in the comments. This guy was walking in a bakery when he noticed a loaf of bread with a face. Curious about the taste, he bought it. The next morning, he ate a slice for breakfast. At first, everything felt normal. But by the time he got home, his arms had started to turn into bread. Panicking, he tried slicing it off before his whole body turned into a loaf. But no matter how much he cut, the bread kept growing back, slowly spreading up his shoulders. Never play with this possessed Lego box. Two guys went inside an abandoned building to explore. While searching, they found a bloody box full of random Lego pieces. At first, everything looked normal. Bricks, wheels, tiny parts, nothing strange. But then, one of them pulled out a Lego minifigure. Laughing, one of the guys tried to copy the figure's expression. But then, the Lego's eyes slowly turned, and it looked directly at him. A moment later, his eyes began to change, just like the Legos. And before his friend could react, he vanished into thin air. If you don't want this box of Lego, like and subscribe and leave a eye emoji in the comments. Never hold this Buddha statue.
Bro, where did he touch it? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want the statue appearing in your house tonight, like and subscribe and leave a peace sign emoji in the comments. So, this guy went to his favorite Chinese restaurant for some orange chicken. On the counter, he noticed a Buddha statue with a sign that said, "Do not touch." Attracted to it, he still reached out and placed his hand on the statue. Later, at the bus stop, his hearing became unusually sharp. Then, his ears began to stretch and grow larger than normal. That's when he felt something crawling inside. A hamster started walking out. Never play Minecraft Cursed version at midnight. At first, everything felt normal. He was just enjoying the game until he noticed something strange. A horde of sheep appeared, every single one with glowing white eyes and mouths stretched open unnaturally wide. The pigs had blood-red eyes with their backbones showing through. And when he turned to the cows, their heads were twisting in full circles, spinning non-stop. But then, from the shadow, a Mimic Steve appears. And the moment he saw you, he began to chase. If you don't want Mimic Steve to chase you, like and subscribe, and leave a brick emoji in the comments. Never play the red old Super Mario cartridge. A girl bought it at a yard sale and played it late at night. At first, the game looked normal, until Mario stopped moving and refused to jump. Each level grew darker, the music reversed, and on the menu screen, Princess Peach was crying. Mario turned to the screen and whispered,
"You left me there."
And the game shut itself off. When she turned it back on, her face was in the background, blinking behind bars. She tried to eject the cartridge, but Mario only grinned and said, "If you don't want to be trapped in the game forever, like and subscribe and leave a video game emoji in the comments." Never go to an abandoned Disneyland. At first, it might seem harmless. Empty rides, fading music, and colorful castles that look frozen in time. You'll feel curious, even excited, like you've stepped into a forgotten fairy tale. But the deeper you walk, the stranger it gets. The music doesn't stop. It grows louder, even though no one's around. Then you see him, a man dressed in a Mickey Mouse costume. Until instinct kicks in. You started to run, but no matter how fast you move, the sound of his heavy footsteps is always right behind you. If you don't want him to follow you forever, like and subscribe and leave a mouse emoji in the comments. If you see a McDonald's that looks just a little off, never go inside. Stay close to the real one because the fake one hides something terrifying. At first, it feels normal. The lights are bright, the menu looks the same, and the workers even smile at you. But then, you notice the food doesn't taste right. The fries are cold, the burgers smell strange, and the people inside start staring at you without blinking. In a panic, you'll try to leave, but every door leads you back inside. That's when you realize this isn't McDonald's. It's a trap, and once you enter, you'll never be able to find the real world again. Don't get trapped. Like, subscribe, and leave fries emoji in the comments. Never let a baby eat pasta made by a small miniature creature. At first, it looks harmless. Tiny hands offering food, and the baby laughs, reaching out without fear. The pasta smells warm and inviting, and before you can stop it, the baby takes a bite. That's when everything changes. The baby's giggles fade, their little body starts twisting, and then new arms begin to grow. Not just one, but many. Small, fragile arms, sprouting and tangling together in a way no baby should endure. The creature only watches, smiling. If you hate this mini creature, like and subscribe and leave a spaghetti emoji in the comments. If you ever see kids doing this viral penguin dance, never join them. At first, it looks innocent. A kid shows you the dancing penguin on their phone. Then, they start copying its moves. Funny, harmless, just a trend. But what they don't know is that this dance isn't just a dance. It's a ritual. And the moment you hold the phone, the curse begins. Your arms stiffen, your voice cracks, and slowly, you start to change. Feathers growing where your skin used to be. Until you're no longer yourself, you're the penguin, and there's no way back. If you don't want to turn into one, like and subscribe and leave a penguin emoji in the comments. Never leave your Woody toy from Toy Story alone. Because if you do, you might catch him moving just like in the movie. It seems funny, like the toy has a life of its own, but when the owner caught Woody moving for real, everything changed. They move. At first, it seemed harmless. A toy isn't in the same spot you left it. You think maybe you forgot, but the truth is, they're alive when no one is watching. Inside the house, they walk, they talk, they play. Just like in Toy Story, but what the movies never show is what happens when you come back too soon. If you don't want your toys to wake up at night, like and subscribe and leave a cowboy hat face emoji in the comments. Never try to make yourself look like handsome Squidward. You might remember that episode of SpongeBob where Squidward suddenly became tall, perfect, and incredibly handsome. Some people think it would be funny to copy that look in real life, but once you try, the changes begin. Your face starts shifting on its own. Your nose grows longer, your cheeks stretch wider, and your eyes sink deeper. For a moment, you think it's working. You actually look like handsome Squidward. The features keep changing until the handsome look collapses into something horrifying. You don't look human anymore. If you don't want to lose your real face, like and subscribe and leave a pineapple emoji in the comments. Never watch Italian brain rot, especially Ballerina Cappuccina. At first, they all look cute and innocent, like harmless little clips that make you laugh. But the more you watch, the stranger it feels. The smiles don't seem real anymore, and their eyes, they start to follow you, even when you look away from the screen. You might think it's just your imagination, until one night your room feels colder. The sound of ballet shoes tapping echoes behind you. And when you finally turn around, she's there, Ballerina Cappuccina, staring at you with hollow, lifeless eyes. If you don't want her to appear in your room tonight, like and subscribe, and leave a ballet shoe emoji in the comments. Never burn a Bluey stuffed toy. You don't want to see what happens next. This girl was a huge fan of Bluey, carrying his favorite plush everywhere. But one day, his friend decided to be cruel. He tied the toy up and burned it. Heartbroken, the girl ran home in tears. That night, the bully who destroyed the toy watched episode 1 of Bluey before going to sleep. But something was different. Bluey's eyes glowed red, its nail-sharp chest bones showing, reaching out of the screen. The boy couldn't sleep for a week, haunted by what he saw. If you don't want Bluey to visit you, like and subscribe and leave a bone emoji in the comments. Never play on this cursed inflatable house. At first, it looks like the most exciting place in the park. Colorful walls, kids laughing, and the sound of air pumps keeping it alive. You bounce around, thinking it's just harmless fun. But then, something feels wrong. The walls start to pulse, like they're breathing. The ground beneath your feet moves on its own, and the cheerful colors fade into a darker shade. Before you know it, the inflatable begins to grow larger. It's alive, turning into a massive inflatable monster. The soft walls rise high above you. If you don't want to end up stuck inside this living inflatable house, like and subscribe and leave a balloon emoji in the comments. Never try to create Pokemon in real life. It might sound fun, but it's not what you think. Someone once tried to bring their favorite creatures to life using AI and strange science experiments. At first, the Pokemon looked amazing, just like in the games, cute, colorful, and friendly. But soon they changed. Their eyes grew darker, their bodies twisted in unnatural ways, and their cries didn't sound like Pokemon anymore. They weren't pets, they were predators, and once you've created them, there's no way to send them back. If you don't want these monsters knocking on your window, like and subscribe and leave a lightning bolt emoji in the comments. Never watch Peppa Pig in the middle of the night. You might not want to see them in real life. This kid secretly turned it on while her parents slept. But then the screen glitched, static, flickering. The voice repeated, "I'm Peppa Pig," again and again. Suddenly, everything went black. When she opened her eyes, she wasn't in her room anymore. She was inside the Peppa Pig universe, and Peppa was standing right in front of her. She wanted to go back, but she never did. If you don't want this to happen to you, like and subscribe and leave a pig emoji in the comments. Never wish to look young at this wishing well. Stay far away, even if it looks harmless, because if you toss in a coin and make that wish, you'll regret it. At first, nothing happens. You'll hear the water, feel the wind, and think the magic is working. But then, you start shrinking. Your clothes slide off your shoulders. Your voice turns squeaky. You look down. You're a toddler. But your full-grown beard, still there, hanging off your tiny face. And when they finally find you, you're sitting on the floor, biting into crayons, still rocking that thick beard. If you don't want this to happen to you, like and subscribe and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. Never adopt this dog. At first, he'll seem completely normal, wagging his tail, playful, always by your side. But after a few days, you'll notice strange things. The TV will change channels by itself. One night, you'll find him sitting upright, staring at the screen. And then, right before your eyes, his hind legs twist, bones cracking, stretching into human arms. One arm grabs the remote and changes the channel. If you don't want to see what happens next, like, subscribe, and leave a paw emoji in the comments. Never feed this weird giraffe at the zoo. They say it's cursed. At first, it just stares at you, with its head tilted unnaturally. You'll notice its neck twitch slightly, like it's trying to reach closer, but if you give it food, it will lean in, its breath cold against your ear and whisper your name. You'll go home thinking nothing happened. But the next day, while you're working out in the gym, you'll feel a strange pressure in your shoulders. Slowly, without you realizing it, your neck will start stretching longer and longer, the bones creaking as they grow. If you don't want to end up like him, like and subscribe and leave a giraffe emoji in the comments. Never save the man drowning in the river. It's just an illusion. Don't believe what you see.
Bro, why shouldn't I save him? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want this river monster chasing you tonight, like and subscribe and drop a canoe emoji in the comments. He was rowing his canoe when he heard screams for help. A man was thrashing in the water, but something was off. Sharp spines ran down his back, and his eyes were red like cat. When he reached out to save him, the man shifted into a massive river creature. His canoe flipped, and it was already too late. Never steal toothpaste from this weird old convenience store. You don't want to end up like this man. He stole a tube of toothpaste, and even though the old owner saw him, he didn't stop him. He just grinned. Later, when the man entered another store, his body started to twist and change until he became a giant tube of toothpaste. Then, he began vomiting toothpaste endlessly. If you don't want to end up like him, like and subscribe, and leave a toothbrush emoji in the comments. That's why. This baby was born with arms bigger than yours. Never mess with him.
Bro, what happens if I mess with him? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want him knocking on your door tonight, like and subscribe and drop a flexed biceps emoji in the comments. His parents thought it was cute until the baby started lifting furniture around the house. At first, it was just chairs, but the next day, they found the front door ripped off its hinges. And that night, strange thumps echoed through the neighborhood. Someone saw a stroller rolling by itself with two massive arms hanging out. This baby never followed the new kid to the funland. This happened to a group of friends. They were just playing at the playground when the new kid showed up and asked them to follow him to a place called Funland. It looked exciting. Different rooms, games, lights, everything felt magical. But while they were having fun, a strange smell started coming from the vents. And then they all passed out. As they passed out, a giant creepy bear stood there, waving at them. Then it took them one by one. If you don't want to disappear like them, like and subscribe and leave a roller coaster emoji in the comments, because that's why. Never make fun of this old lady in a pink hoodie.
Bro, why not? What did she do? Tell me.
Okay. But first, if you don't want this ice cream monster to bite you tonight, like and subscribe and leave ice cream emoji in the comments. This man made fun of an old lady wearing a pink hoodie, calling her weird. She just smiled and walked away and whispered something under her breath. That night, his nose started to hum, then twist. Suddenly, soft serve ice cream came out of it. She cursed him. Now he sneezes flavors. That's why. Never make fun of this old lady in a pink. Never follow the stoplight with 3 baby faces on it. This man did, and he regrets it. But one night, on a quiet road, he saw something strange. 2 stoplights at the same intersection. One was normal, but the other had 3 baby faces glowing on it. He hesitated, then chose the creepy one. As soon as he hit the gas, a truck came out of nowhere and slammed into him. He lived, but now a creature only he can see follows him every time he drives. If you don't want this to follow you, like and subscribe, and leave stoplight emoji in the comments. Never let this spider creature with a large bone head and horns bite you. You don't want to know what happens to your body when it does. This guy went deep into the forest to hunt deer, but suddenly a strange spider with a bone skull and huge horns bit him in the leg. He passed out instantly. When he woke up, his arms, his face, even his body were full of holes. And the craziest part, tiny spiders started crawling out of every single one. If you don't want this spider to also bite you, like and subscribe and leave spider emoji in the comments. If you like talk, never let this emoji in the comments. That's why. If you like talking on the phone at night, be careful who's listening. She was just lying in bed, laughing with her friend, but someone else was listening too. From under her bed, she thought the breathing she heard was just the phone until the call dropped, and her own voice whispered back from beneath her. She froze, too scared to check, because whatever's down there is still listening. If you don't want this to happen to you, like and subscribe, and leave a ghost emoji in the comments. That's why. Never destroy this cursed Labubu. It may look cute, but if you burn it, you'll regret it.
Bro, what happens if I burn it? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want this creature to show up in your room tonight, like and subscribe and leave a teddy bear emoji in the comments. She bought a Labubu plushie toy. At first, she was happy. It sat on her bed, harmless. But the day after, weird misfortunes started happening. Glass shattered by itself. Her phone glitched nonstop. She had enough. So she decided to burn the toy. She screamed because she could feel herself burning too. Never visit this abandoned carnival. Someone or something stalks anyone who dares to roam in that place.
Bro, who stalks them? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want this clown chasing you tonight, like and subscribe and leave a clown emoji in the comments. This girl and her friends snuck into the old carnival. It was dark, rusted, and dead silent. They made it out, laughed it off, thought it was over. But that night, while they were sleeping, they all felt it. Something was looking at them. That's why. Never watch this show, especially at night, unless you don't mind never waking up again. This kid watched one episode of the show in the middle of the night, right after the nightmares started, every single night. It was Mr. Dream Bubble. He offered to take him to Dreamland. The boy said yes, and it was beautiful. He finally felt safe. He finally felt free. But now he won't wake up. Not today. Not ever. If you still want to wake up, like and subscribe and leave a snoring emoji in the comments. That's why. Never dance with this goblin in front of the longboat. He might look like a cool kid, but he's not one of us. She saw him near the docks, shades, wireless speaker bumping music, just vibing. He smiled and said, "Wanna dance?" Until his feet started floating, his skin turned green, and his grin stretched past his cheeks, but she couldn't stop dancing. Her body wouldn't let her. By the time the sun rose, she wasn't human anymore. Now, there's two goblins by the boat, waiting for their next dance partner. If you don't want to be a goblin, like and subscribe and leave sunglasses emoji in the comments. If you ever see your dog licking an ice cream that you didn't buy, take it away immediately, because once this dog did, something strange happened. At first, he wagged his tail, happy, normal, but seconds later, he started whining like he was trying to talk. Then it appeared, lips, real human-like lips grew on his mouth. Now he won't stop licking. If you don't want this dog to have this lips forever, like and subscribe and leave ice cream emoji in the comments. If you never enter this rabbit hole funhouse, stay close to your mom in a mall like this, because if you get lost, you might wander in. At first, it looks fun, but then you'll notice a wanted poster of a rabbit. Don't let it catch you, and whatever you do, don't follow the 3 rules it made. Rule number 1, let me find you. Rule number 2, don't cry. Rule number 3, ha 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 ha. Break even 1, and he'll find you instantly. Run, because once he catches you, you'll see an old man in a ballet tutu, smiling. He might let you escape. If you like, subscribe and leave a bunny emoji in the comments. That's why. Never eat an apple from a stranger. Don't accept the apple from the stranger like he did.
Bro, who is that stranger? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want the apple monster sneaking into your kitchen tonight, like and subscribe and leave an apple emoji in the comments. Turns out, the stranger is a witch who gives apples to random people, and once you take a bite of that apple, you become one. Never spray insect repellent into your lighter to make a flamethrower for flying termites. You don't want to burn them together.
Bro, what do you mean?
Never eat apple, you become one. Never spray insect repellent into your lighter to make a flamethrower for flying termites. You don't want to burn them together.
Bro, what do you mean burn them together? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want this thing to crawl on you tonight, like and subscribe and leave a insect emoji in the comments. When you burn them together, they don't die. They merge. They form a single, flaming, flying termite, and it chases you. Never spray insect. There was a small creature on the food cabinet last night. Shades on, braids tight, just chillin' eating crackers like he owned the place.
Bro, what are you talking about? A creature, tell me.
But first, if you don't want this thing to eat on your kitchen floor tonight, like and subscribe and leave a spoon emoji in the comments. Nobody knows where it came from, but the moment it finished the last cracker, the lights flickered. It turned its head slowly, smiled, then whispered, "You're next." And now every night, someone hears chewing, but the cabinet's empty. That's why. There was a small 7 toe fingers grew from her forehead the next day. Never let them touch your feet.
Bro, who touched her feet? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you want to step on slime like this, like and subscribe and leave a foot emoji in the comments. She went to a new nail salon that just opened down the street. The pedicure was free, but the lady kept whispering in another language while scrubbing her toes. She felt dizzy after leaving. Her forehead throbbed all night. Then in the mirror the next morning, 7 fleshy, wrinkled toes were sprouting from her forehead, still painted with pink polish. All of them twitched. 7 An ATM started dispensing unlimited cash.
Bro, where is this ATM? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you want to rain money on your house tonight, like and subscribe and leave money emoji in the comments. It was just a normal walk home when he saw it, an ATM screen glitching, stuck in withdrawal mode. He tried pressing cancel, but instead it spit out $100 and another. No card, no pin, no limit. But when he looked closer at the money, it had someone else's face on it. And many legs grew from his back last night. Don't train with what he used.
Bro, what did he even use? Tell me.
Okay. But first, if you don't want this muscular bodybuilder to punch you, like and subscribe and leave a flexed biceps emoji in the comments. He was just a regular gym bro until he found an unmarked bottle in the locker room, labeled Instant Gains. One sip, and his muscles tripled. But that night, his back started twitching. By morning, 2 tiny jacked legs were growing from his spine, and they were trying to walk on their own. That's why. Never disrespect your grandma. You don't know what she's capable of.
Bro, what is she capable of? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want this grandma to visit you tonight, like and subscribe and leave an old woman emoji in the comments. She threw a giant boulder at her grandson's car, all because he kept revving it loud every morning, like an alarm clock. Let's just say he won't be waking anyone up ever again. Never disrespect your grandma. You don't know what she's capable of.
Bro, what?
Never stop if you see something strange hovering in the distance. This man did, and he regrets it.
Bro, why he regrets it? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want this thing chase you tonight, like and subscribe and leave a alien emoji in the comments. He looked again, trying to figure it out. But when he turned to the passenger seat, a giant eye was staring right at him, and it wasn't human. That's why. Never watch this man feed his giant raven. The raven doesn't want to be seen.
Bro, what will it do if I see it? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want this giant bird attacking you tonight, like and subscribe and leave a raven emoji in the comments. This guy saw a man feeding a massive raven in the dark. The bird flew away and the man disappeared into the woods. He got curious and went to check, but before he could even blink, the raven was already above him. If you ever saw your fridge opened by itself, close it immediately. But what crawled out wasn't hungry for food.
Bro, what crawled out? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want this thing opening your fridge tonight, like and subscribe and leave an ice emoji in the comments. Fridge opened on its own. Cold air spilled out. Then, something ghostly dragged itself out and crawled straight into the comfort room. They followed nothing. If you ever saw never eat potatoes for a week, you don't want to end up like this girl.
How long does she eat potatoes? Tell me.
Okay. But first, if you don't want the fries monster to eat you tonight, like and subscribe and leave a potato emoji in the comments. She loved potatoes, fries, chips, mashed every single day for a whole year. But one morning, she woke up and her skin was rough. Her fingers sprouting roots. She wasn't hungry anymore because she was the potato. That's why. Never watch this lost episode of SpongeBob SquarePants. You don't want to know what happened to the kid who did.
Bro, what happened to the kid? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want this sponge to visit you tonight, like and subscribe and leave a sponge emoji in the comments. It was 3 a.m. The kid's TV turned on by itself. SpongeBob was playing, but it was all wrong. The colors were dark. The music slowed down and twisted. SpongeBob wasn't laughing. He was screaming. But when the show ended, the kids started laughing like SpongeBob, and he never stopped. Never jump on this pool. This fat guy thought it'd be funny to belly flop into a kiddie rubber pool.
Bro, what happened when he jumped? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want him landing in your backyard tonight, like and subscribe and leave a water droplets emoji in the comments. He jumped. The pool didn't break, the ground did, and when his friends looked in the hole, he was still falling, and water was still rising. It hasn't stopped. That's why. Never pick up this phone. It rings by itself, just lying there on the street. But the keypad, it's not buttons, it's a girl's mouth, breathing, whispering. That's when the tall girl appears, arms dragging, long hair. She never runs, she just walks, closer and closer. And when you hear the phone again, it's no longer on the street, it's under your bed, still breathing. If you don't want her following you, like, subscribe, and leave a lips emoji in the comments. That's why. Never eat a banana with a face on it. You don't want to know who it used to be.
Bro, what do you mean, tell me?
Okay, but first, if you don't want Banana Monster to visit you tonight, like and subscribe, and leave a banana emoji in the comments. He bit into it. That wrinkled face smiled back. That night, his reflection had the same face. And the banana, it came back. That's why. Close your eyes if you see your bathroom door open while showering. You don't want to see who came in.
Bro, how do I know who entered the bathroom while I'm taking a shower? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want this thing to show up in your bathroom tonight, like and subscribe, and leave eye emoji in the comments. It starts with the door creaking, no footsteps, just steam. Behind the fogged up curtain, a giant eye, blinking. If you look into it, you'll never leave the bathroom again. That's why. Never leave your laundry at night. This creature will wave at you.
Bro, I forgot my laundry.
There's a long-haired old lady in a black dress waiting in the dark laundry room. She doesn't move. She just waves, slowly. If you don't want this old lady to wave at you tonight, like and subscribe and leave waving hand emoji in the comments. But the moment you turn on the lights, she vanishes like she was never there. But if you go looking for her, she'll be right by your side, without you even knowing it. That's why. Never leave your iPad in someone's grave. Something weird is going to happen. So, this girl accidentally left her iPad on someone's grave. She only remembered halfway home. But the weird part? The next day, at a nearby Mac store, a pale, zombie-looking guy walked in, holding her iPad. He started arguing with the staff, saying he wanted to exchange it for some brains. So, if you don't want this pale zombie guy, give this iPad to you, like and subscribe, and leave a zombie emoji in the comments. Never wait for this elf creature to get close to you. He looks friendly, but he's not.
This man heard some strange noises coming from his comfort room.
But when he looked closer, he saw something moving. An elf-like creature was crawling behind the tiles, dropping them one by one. Then it climbed to the ceiling. Only leaped straight at him. If you don't want this thing showing up in your restroom tonight, like and subscribe.
Never take your kid fishing on this lake.
Bro, why? This is father and son bonding time.
It was a calm Sunday afternoon. A dad wanted to have fun with his kid, so he brought him to the nearest lake to fish. While they were casting their lines, they noticed something big moving in the water. They thought it was just a giant fish. But the next second, a massive lake creature with long, slimy tentacles grabbed his son and dragged him under. And if you don't want this creature grabbing you also from the lake, like and subscribe and leave a fishing rod emoji in the comments. So, never take your kid fishing on this lake.
Bro, why? This is father and son bonding time.
It was a calm Sunday afternoon. A dad wanted to have fun with his kid, so he brought him to the nearest lake to fish. While they were casting their lines, they noticed something big moving in the water. They thought it was just a giant fish. But the next second, a massive lake creature with long, slimy tentacles grabbed his son and dragged him under. And if you don't want this creature grabbing you also from the lake, like and subscribe and leave a fishing rod emoji in the comments. So, never ever eat this burger with eyes. You don't want to know what happens if you take just one bite.
Bro, what will happen to me if I take one bite? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you love burgers, like and subscribe and leave a burger emoji in the comments. Don't take a bite, because once you do, it turns you into a burger monster that vomits fries. And the worst part, you'll still be hungry. That's why. Never ever sleep with this giant pillow. You don't want to drool on it.
Bro, this pillow is so comfortable. How can I not drool while sleeping? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want this thing to show up in your bed tonight, like and subscribe and leave a sleeping emoji in the comments. If you accidentally drool on this giant pillow, it turns into a massive head with teeth and tongue hands. It instantly swallows you whole while you're still sleeping. That's why. Never open this toilet with too many flies. If you still want to use it, flush it before you sit down.
Bro, I really need to use it. Why do I need to flush? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want this thing showing up in your toilet tonight, like and subscribe. And leave a toilet emoji in the comments. A creature that only wakes up when you open the toilet is hiding down there. Flush it first, or it might pull you in before you even sit. That's why. Never put any footwear on this wood. It will turn into something scary.
Bro, who will he turn into? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want this thing to visit you tonight, like and subscribe and leave a shoe emoji in the comments. The wood began to twitch, then ran off on its own and vanished. They searched everywhere, but it was gone. That night, they heard a slow, heavy knock outside the door. Thump, thump, thump. Sahur. That's why. Never drink from this gallon of milk with mouth. It gives unlimited milk.
Bro, but why shouldn't I drink the milk? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want this psycho named Milkman to visit you tonight, like and subscribe and leave a milk emoji in the comments. Don't drink from it, because every time you do, your bones start getting weaker, until one day, you can't even stand. That's why. Never look at your neighbors if you see them staring at a blank TV screen. Don't look at them in the eye.
Bro, why shouldn't I look them in the eyes? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want this ghost to crawl out of your TV screen tonight, like and subscribe and leave a TV emoji in the comments. If you see them, don't call for their attention, because if they turn and look at you, you'll feel drawn to stare at the screen too. And once you do, you'll understand why the TV is cursed. Never let your child go near this evil kid. He is not normal.
Bro, what do you mean not normal? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want this evil kid to chase you tonight, like and subscribe and leave a child emoji in the comments. This kid looks ordinary until you make him mad. He has terrifying anger issues and strength no child should have, like something possessed him. People say when he screams, you can hear another voice underneath, not human. Never eat this oyster with eyes. You don't know what will happen if you eat it.
Bro, what will happen if I eat it? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want to receive this scary seashell creature, like and subscribe and leave a shell emoji in the comments. If you accidentally eat it, you'll no longer be able to breathe air and slowly, you'll start turning into a sea creature monster. That's why. Never sleep in this cursed bed. You'll always feel like something is watching.
Bro, who's watching? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want this bed to eat you, like and subscribe, and leave a bed emoji in the comments. Don't sleep in this bed. The last owner who passed away never wanted anyone else lying on it. He shows his face to anyone who dares to close their eyes. That's why. Never sleep in this cursed bed. You'll never pass through this tunnel, especially at night. Always take the longer route.
Bro, why can't I use the tunnel? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want this thing blocking your path tonight, like and subscribe and leave a scream emoji in the comments. Take the long way, because something waits for you in that tunnel. It doesn't want you to pass, and if you don't turn around in time, it won't let you leave. That's why. Never stay at the 24/7 funhouse, especially near the ball pit area.
Bro, why? I love the ball pit. Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want this thing to bite you down to the bone, like and subscribe and leave a skull emoji in the comments. Don't stay too late in the ball pit area, because there's a creature with no eyes, no nose, no mouth, and it will chase you. That's why never trust this rabbit humanoid creature. He looks friendly, but he's really not.
Bro, but he looks cute and friendly. Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want this rabbit to visit you tonight, like and subscribe and drop a rabbit emoji in the comments. You shouldn't trust this humanoid rabbit. He acts sweet so he can lure kids into his funhouse, promising games and snacks. But once they're inside, he locks the doors. And they never come out, because to him, they're dinner. That's why never trust this rabbit. Never go home if you see this in your car's side mirror. Go straight to the nearest church.
Bro, why should I go to church?
I'll tell you, but first, if you don't want this thing crawling into your backseat tonight, like and subscribe and drop a car emoji in the comments. If you drive past the church, it won't follow you. But if you go home, it'll be waiting in your closet, with the door already open. That's why. Never go home. Never dance with this gnome. You don't want to enjoy his company.
Bro, why shouldn't I dance with it?
I'll tell you, but if you don't want this creature to come for you tonight, like and subscribe and drop a mushroom emoji in the comments. Don't dance with it. That dance is a ritual, the gnome's way of luring you into his world. One spin and you're hypnotized. You'll smile, you'll laugh, and then you'll follow him into the forest. But no one ever comes back. That's why. Never blow your horn if you see this creature on your windshield. Never do what this man did.
Bro, what happened to him?
I'll tell you. But first, if you don't want this creature to eat your brain tonight, like and subscribe and drop a brain emoji in the comments. This man honked at the thing. It didn't move, just stared. Then it sniffed him through the glass. He laughed, thought it was gone. But when night fell, it came back. And this time, it hunted. That's why, if you see this big-mouthed man swallow a child, run away immediately. Don't look at him.
Bro, why shouldn't I look at him?
Tell you in a sec. But first, if you don't want this creature following you tonight, like and subscribe and drop a Running Man emoji in the comments. He doesn't blink, he doesn't speak, but if he sees you, he'll hunt you until you're inside his mouth too. That's why never wait for the tooth fairy when you put your tooth under your pillow. When you feel him close, close your eyes and pretend you're asleep.
Bro, why? What happens if you don't?
Okay, but first, if you don't want to wake up with missing teeth, like and subscribe and drop a tooth emoji in the comments. First, he'll give you one, but if he sees that you're awake, he'll take all of your teeth. That's why. Never pet this strange horse. If you know it, it will make you run.
Bro, but why shouldn't I pet this horse? Tell me.
Okay, but first, if you don't want this horse to bite you, like and subscribe and drop a horse emoji in the comments. Don't pet it, because it's not your horse. It doesn't cast a shadow, but when she brushed its mane, she stopped casting one too. Now something walks behind her that isn't her. That's why.
Never use your phone very late at night because there's someone watching you from the stairs.
But why is he watching?
Okay, but first, if you don't want this thing showing up in your stairs tonight, like and subscribe and drop a shocked emoji in the comments. He's not watching you, he's watching your phone screen because it used to belong to him. That's why. Never pull your fingers back after pushing this doorbell.
Why not? Why shouldn't I pull it?
Okay, but first, if you don't want this thing showing up at your door tonight, like and subscribe and drop a ghost emoji in the comments. He was dared to visit his creepy neighbor's house, but when he hit that weird, rusty doorbell, it bit him. And when he pulled his hand back, his fingers were gone. That's why. Never pull your fingers back after pushing this doorbell.
Why not? Why shouldn't I pull it?
Okay, but first, if you don't want this thing showing up at your door tonight, like and subscribe and drop a ghost emoji in the comments.
If you find this wood with a face in the forest, throw it away immediately. You won't believe what it is. If you don't want this tree to get you, like and subscribe and leave a scared emoji in the comments. Throw it away, because that's a witch acting like a piece of wood, and once you lock eyes with the face, she knows where you are. If you see your cabinet moving, don't open it. Run away immediately. You won't believe what inside. If you don't want this thing showing up in your cabinet tonight, like and subscribe, and leave a ghost emoji in the comments. Don't open it, because what's inside isn't trying to come out, it's waiting for you to come in. They say once you enter that cabinet with the creature inside, you never come back out. If you see your cabinet moving, don't open it. Run away immediately. You won't believe what inside. If you don't want this thing showing up in your cabinet tonight, like and subscribe, and leave a ghost emoji in the comments. Don't open it, because what's inside isn't trying to come out, it's waiting for you to come in. They say once you enter that cabinet with the creature inside, you never come back out. If you see your cabinet move, if you ever see your pizza move, run away immediately. If you don't want a cult member delivering this cursed pizza to your doorstep, like, add, subscribe, and leave a pizza emoji in the comments. Don't take a bite because that's not a pizza, it's an alien reptile creature that mimics food. And once it senses you're near, it transforms, fast. If you ever see your pizza move, run away immediately. If you don't want a cult member
If you see this floating in the middle of the forest while driving, hit the gas immediately. Here's how to survive. But first, if you think you can survive this creature, like and subscribe, and leave a ghost emoji in the comments. Step 1. Never slow down if it looks like a person. Step 2. Don't turn around no matter what you hear behind you. Step 3. When you touch your front door, if it's already warm, don't open it. It got there first and it's waiting inside. If you see this floating in the middle of the forest while driving, hit the gas immediately. Here's how to survive.
Remember this girl? No, that's because she only shows up when your girlfriend's still in your house. You won't believe what happened to the girl. If you don't want this thing to show up in your bedroom tonight, like and subscribe, and leave shocked emoji in the comments. While the guy closed the door, she made the real girlfriend float. Dragged her across the floor. No screaming, no sound. And when the boy came back, he sat beside her. But it wasn't her anymore. Did you? Remember this girl? If you see this giant rat in the sewer, run away immediately. If you don't want this creature to eat you, like and subscribe, and leave a rat emoji in the comments. It hasn't eaten in days, and if it sees you, it won't hesitate. It attacks on sight, and you'll be its first meal. If you see this bald, creepy creature banging its head on your window, run away immediately. If you don't want this thing showing up in your room tonight, like and subscribe and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. Don't let this creature break your window, because if he does, he'll crawl in smiling, staring, and tear you to pieces. If you ever wake up in the pool rooms, start running. This girl thought she was alone, until her camera picked up something behind her. If you don't want this ghost to get this kid tonight, like and subscribe and leave a ghost emoji in the comments. She cried, she begged, but the exits were gone. Then it floated in wearing a smiling mask. No footsteps, no voice, just that face, and it kept following her even when she stopped recording. If you see your new cook steak move, run away immediately. If you don't want this old woman showing up at your doorstep tonight, like and subscribe and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. That's not a steak. It's an alien creature disguised as meat. The moment you bite into it, it releases a poisonous juice. One drop is enough to end you. He thought he was having dinner. Until it moved, the poison kicked in. If you see a lizard with a toddler's head crawling through your child's kindergarten, grab your child and run away immediately. If you don't want this thing showing up in your room tonight, like and subscribe and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. One boy said his friend started crawling on the ceiling during nap time. His body turned into a lizard, but the head stayed the same. It smiled and said, "Want to play?" Turns out it was never human. It doesn't want to be your kid's friend. It wants to eat them. If you see this large statue in the old ruins, run away immediately. If you don't want this thing showing up in your room tonight, like and subscribe and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. So what is it really? This creature waits completely still like stone, but it's not. It's alive. And it's waiting for ghost hunters. It lets them get close. It even sets traps so they can't escape. By the time they realize the truth, it's already too late. That's when it happens. It built a trap. A fake roof over a deep hole. One step, and you fall. No light, no escape, and you're the meal. If you ever find yourself in a room full of waters and a single door standing in the middle, run to that door immediately. If you don't want this thing showing up in your room tonight, like and subscribe and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. So what's really in that room? It's not underwater, it floats. A massive head, no body, just watching. Every time you move, it moves too. It glides silently, following you, closer and closer. By the time you reach the door, it's already behind you. If you see this creature crawling out of your chip bag, run away immediately. If you don't want this thing chasing you, like and subscribe, and leave an alien emoji in the comments. At first, it looks like soggy crumbs, but then, tentacles and alien-like head slithering out wrapping around the chips. If you spot it too late, it's already inside, and once it's inside your body, you're no longer you. If you see this moving creature under your car, run away immediately. If you don't want this thing showing up in your car trunk tonight, like and subscribe and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. See this under your car? Don't drive. Next day, one man crashed. They say the creature was in his back seat, smiling. If you see this featherless humanoid bird selling lemonade to your kids, pull them away immediately. If you don't want this bird showing up in your room tonight, like and subscribe, and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. At first it looks harmless or just selling lemonade, but when your kid takes a sip they feel dizzy. It's not lemonade. Turns out this bird is poisoning children, and before anyone can react, it's gone. If you see your cat smile like a human, run away immediately. If you don't want this cat showing up in your room tonight, like and subscribe, and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. At first it looked like a regular cat, but then it smiled with teeth like a person. Turns out, this isn't a cat, it's a skinwalker pretending to be one. If you see your cat smile, if you see yourself in a large white room with 3 giant tentacles, swim away immediately. If you don't want this thing to attack you when you are in water, like and subscribe and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. Someone ended up in this room. And instead of swimming away, he stayed still. Big mistake. He tried to look under the water, nothing, but then he looked up, and there it was. A massive tentacle hanging above him like a shadow by the time he realized it was already too late. If you see your sushi move, run away immediately. If you don't want this thing to get you tonight, like and subscribe and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. Don't eat it, because that's not sushi. It's a creature from another world, a lizard that mimics food, and if it bites you, that will be your last meal. If you see your sushi move, if you see this doll moving, leave your house immediately. And if you don't want this doll showing up in your room tonight, like and subscribe and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. Turns out this is real footage of the Annabelle doll getting out of its box, so if you feel something watching you tonight, you might already be too late. If you see this doll moving, leave your house immediately. If you ever find yourself in this floating room above the sky and see a long staircase leading up, never take it. If you don't want this thing showing up on your stairs tonight, like and subscribe, and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. So what happens if you do take the stairs? The moment your foot touches the first step, the floating room vanishes. And from the sky above, it appears a giant-headed creature staring down at you. Then it moves, because it's not a staircase at all, it's the creature's tongue. If you ever find yourself in this floating room above the sky and see a long staircase leading, if you see a sea lion in the middle of the night on the beach, never poke it with a stick. If you don't want this thing showing up under your bed tonight, like and subscribe and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. This guy saw what looked like a sea lion resting alone. He thought it was cute, even peaceful. But when he got closer, it opened its mouth rows of razor-sharp teeth. Not real, not natural. If you see a sea lion in the middle of the night on the beach, never poke it with a stick. If you don't want this thing showing up under your bed tonight, like and subscribe and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. This guy saw what looked like a sea lion resting alone. He thought it was cute, even peaceful. But when he got closer, it opened its mouth rows of razor-sharp teeth. Not real, not natural. If you see your wife turn into this creature, run away immediately. If you don't want this thing showing up in your room tonight, like and subscribe, and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. This guy went upstairs to sleep, thinking his wife was already in bed, but when he opened the door, he saw it a bald creature standing like a wild animal. Long nails, black eyes, and breathing heavy. Frozen with fear, he ran downstairs, and there was his real wife, casually drinking water in the kitchen. He didn't ask, he didn't wait. He just grabbed his keys and left because whatever was upstairs wasn't human. If you see your wife turn into this creature, run away immediately. If you saw this ghost in your window during a blackout, run away immediately. If you don't want this thing showing up in your house tonight, like and subscribe and leave a ghost emoji in the comments. To confirm what she saw, she tried to look outside the window, but there was nothing there. Then, suddenly, her door started tooping. Slowly, creaking. She hid behind the couch, barely breathing. The ghost stepped inside. She panicked. She ran toward the window, but it's already too late. If you see this humanoid blue creature dancing, run away immediately. If you don't want this thing showing up on your doorstep tonight, like and subscribe and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. He is not human. He's just pretending that blue skin, the eerie smile. It's all part of the act. The dance you saw, it's a ritual. They perform right before they eat people and turn into something dog-like and monstrous. Long snout, sharp teeth. If you see this girl with a large jaw and sharp teeth, run away immediately. If you don't want this thing showing up in your room tonight, like and subscribe and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. If she locks eyes with you, she knows your name. Then everything goes dark. Move. You're hers, run. She's faster. Pray you're dreaming. If you found this one-eyed creature trapped on your window, let it escape immediately. If you don't want this thing showing up in your room tonight, like and subscribe and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. Let it escape immediately. Its parents are outside and they're not patient. If you keep their child, they'll break in. If you see this creature while picking your tomatoes, run away immediately. If you want to save this baby from this creature, like and subscribe and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. This small monkey-like creature has a humanoid head, with eyes that don't blink and a mouth that's always smiling. Some say it mimics crying babies to lure people in. Others swear it was whispering their names from. If you see a mini face in your cheek, go find a priest immediately. If you don't want this creature to show in your window tonight, like and subscribe, and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. This girl saw something moving on her cheek. A tiny face, mouth wide open, shrieking like a banshee. She covered its mouth with her finger, it's still screaming. If you see a mini face in your cheek, go find a priest immediately. If you see this white slime creature, leave your house immediately. If you want to save this kid from this worm creature, like and subscribe and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. If you have this creature in your house, get out. It's made of acid. Everything it touches will melt. That's why. If you see this white... If you're ever in the Squid Game Glass Bridge Challenge, choose carefully. One wrong move, and it's not just game over, it's the end. If you don't want this creature, get the baby tonight, like and subscribe, and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. This guy is one of the players in Squid Game. Everyone else already fell. Now it's just him, alone on the bridge. He's made it this far, step by step, breath by breath. One final jump stands between him and survival. He looks down, he picks the glass, he jumps. If you ever see this creature crossing the road, drive in reverse immediately. It's not wandering, it's hunting. If you don't want this creature showing up in your room tonight, like and subscribe and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. Because if this creature sees you, it chases you. And when it catches you, it eats you alive. If you ever see a girl with two faces on one head, run to your mom immediately. If you don't want this thing showing up in your room tonight, like and subscribe and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. This girl looks like she was born with two fully formed faces, but don't panic. It's not a mutation. It's not a curse. It's just incredible makeup. Yeah, someone actually painted an entire second face with insane detail. If you ever see a girl with two faces on one, if you see your dog look like this, run away immediately. If you think this dog dance is adorable, like and subscribe and leave a dog emoji in the comments. But here's the truth. That's not a dog. It's a skinwalker. Pretending. Studying the owner. Mimicking affection. Waiting for the perfect moment to strike. If you ever see a rat eating pizza on the subway, run away immediately. If you don't want this thing showing up in your room tonight, like and subscribe and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. So what really happened? A man saw one rat nibbling pizza. Then suddenly, a horde came rushing down the stairs. They swarmed a man and ate him alive. Panicking, he ran, but straight onto the tracks. And just as he turned to look back, the train hit him. If you see the Statue of Liberty fly toward a yacht, go away immediately. If you don't want this thing showing up in your room tonight, like and subscribe and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. You have 3 seconds, hurry. So what's really going on? It's not a statue anymore, people say it flew. Then a giant alien appeared. It didn't drop a bomb. It threw a mini black hole. New York? Gone in seconds. If you see it, go away immediately before it's too late. If you ever see two cats sitting on a roof in the middle of the night, don't look away. One of them is watching you. But first, if you love adorable cats, like and subscribe and leave a cat emoji in the comments. A neighbor spotted two cats silent still, but then, without warning, one turned its head and swallowed the other cat whole. It didn't chew, it didn't blink, and when it was done, it looked straight at him. If you see this large prehistoric creature under a frozen lake while ice skating, skate away immediately. And if you don't want this thing showing up in your closet tonight, like and subscribe, and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. You have 3 seconds, hurry. The creature jumped out and grabbed his wife. Panicking, he tried to stand on the ice, but it cracked beneath him. He fell into the freezing water and tried to swim away, but it was already too late. If you see this roller coaster with a stoplight, do not ride it. It's not broken. It's a trap. If you don't want this evil clown showing up in your room tonight, like and subscribe and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. You have 3 seconds. Hurry. But once the ride started, it didn't stop. The track stretched upward higher than anything should go. And then he was in space. No air, no way back, just silence. If you see the moon get hit by a large meteor, run away immediately. if you don't want this thing crawling into your bed tonight, like and subscribe and leave a shocked emoji in the comments. You have 3 seconds. Hurry. It unleashes. Chunks of the moon rain down like fire. A meteor shower, and one of them is heading straight for your city. If you ever see giant tentacles rise out of the water while fishing, row away immediately. If you don't want this giant spider crawling toward you tonight, like and subscribe and leave a scared emoji in the comments. You have 3 seconds. Hurry. That was just one of the many arms of the Kraken. He turned his boat to escape, but it was already too late. If you ever see giant tentacles, if you see this giant creature in a parking lot, turn off your car immediately and never look at it. If you don't want this to lurk under your bed tonight, like and subscribe and leave a scary emoji in the comments. You have 3 seconds. Hurry. Because if this creature saw you staring at him, he will destroy your car and get you out of it, pull you out screaming, and once you're out, there's no escape. If you see this giant creature in a parking lot, if this creature knocks on your door, never open it, never look at it, never talk to it. If you want to stay safe, you must ignore it. If you don't want this thing showing up in your room tonight, like and subscribe and leave a scared emoji in the comments. You have 3 seconds, hurry! Because if you open that door, that will be the last door you ever open. Some say it doesn't knock twice. If this creature knocks on your door, never open it, never look at it, never... If you see this giant head creature, get out of there immediately.
I can see it, Robert. Why should I hurry?
But first, if you think these puppies are cute, like and subscribe and leave heart emoji in the comments for good luck. May angels from heaven bless your kindness. Anyway, you need to run because if that creature sees you, he won't just stare, he'll eat you from your head to your feet. If you find yourself in the water with a big lighthouse in sight, swim away immediately.
I can see it, Robert. Why should I hurry?
Wait for it. You'll be shocked. But first, if you think these puppy is cute, like and subscribe for good luck. And look at this poor doggy. He is crying because his owner passed away. And still he doesn't want to eat or drink. He really misses his owner so much. If you're a kind person, send a prayer with a heart emoji in the comments. May angels from heaven bless your kindness. But hurry, because there's a sea creature beneath you. It's coming to eat you. Don't wait too long or it might be too late. This man bought his wife a portable washing machine. Not because she asked for it, but because every time he took off his clothes, she just tossed them beside the bed. Maybe she was tired. Maybe it was her way of saying, I'm not your maid. But instead of arguing, he gave her a gift, a small machine, quiet, simple, efficient. Just like her patience used to be, and still, the video got only 4 likes. This man bought his wife a portable washing machine, not because she asked for it,